Hi, this is Krista. I do the Meniere's Acceptance Club, and I have the new 12-week program coming out, the 90 Days to Resiliency program. It's Christmas Day, and I just wanted to take a minute and wish you a happy holiday, no matter how you're celebrating it. There's a big wide range of how people celebrate the holidays. There is the month of the shopping, the getting dinners ready. There's and the lots of family. That's the time of year that we get to reconnect with who we spend our lives with, who we grow up with. We get a little bit of downtime on the work front to sit back and think about where we're at in our lives. And there's that aspect of celebrating the holidays. And then there's a lot of people, you don't hear about them a whole lot in the mainstream media because there is a lot of times a stigma to choosing to spend the holidays or Christmas Day alone. My family is actually out of state, so we see each other during the summertime and not during the holidays. So during the holidays, I take advantage of the slowdown, the whole country slows down, and I do things like artwork. I make paintings. I sleep in late. I'll spend hours on the couch reading a good novel. So no matter how you spend it, what I would like to invite you to do, it's with Meniere's disease, it seems like everything that we do, there's this shadow behind us. Most of the other world, they just do activities one after another. But for us Meniere's people, we always have illness on the back of our mind. Is the thing that we're doing going to contribute to a Meniere's episode? And it's hard to focus. You may have had one of those experiences where you're in a conversation, somebody's trying to impart something to you, right? They're trying to explain something to you, and you're kind of half listening because a part of you wants to be in the conversation, but the other part is doing the illness thinking. Did I get enough water? How am I feeling? What's my ear doing? Did I wake up okay? And so the reason why I wanted to do this Facebook Live today is to let you know that there are literally thousands of people going through today, no matter how we celebrate it in our families, with that having to divide up our attention between taking care of ourselves and taking care of others and being present with others. So I want to just say that if you find yourself in a group of people and you're finding it hard to focus, first of all, it's okay to come and go. One of my best friends had this incredible way of moving through a crowd. Is you can just pick up a plate or a cup and go to the kitchen for a minute. Go to the kitchen for a glass of water. You can stay in one conversation, move to another conversation. And it's real easy if you are able to do that, to take a minute and say, how am I feeling emotionally? What is my attention like? Am I at 80%? Am I at a 60%? And if my anxiety is up to, say, 60 or 70%, I'll exit. I'll come and go. I'll just be polite, say a couple of things to a crowd if I'm in a group of people, and then I'll make a run either to the restroom or the kitchen, come back and make a loop so that throughout the day you're able to be there for others and you're able to connect to others because you also understand that you have the freedom to move around as you wish. See, the key to manage anxiety properly is to be able to go into an environment when you feel not just good physically as far as your ear is, but how you feel emotionally. Because it's hard to connect to another when we feel anxious. So if you were to go into a group, you're like, oh, my anxiety is a little bit high right now. I'm just going to take a couple of dishes. I'm going to the kitchen. I'm going to have a couple of glasses of water, and then I'm going to sort of re-enter the group. And then you'll probably find that it's easier to connect because your presence is higher, because the anxiety is a little bit lower. So I'm going to leave you with that. Let me know if you have time. And hi, Colette. How are you doing? It's nice to see you. I'm over in the Midwest. We have a relatively warm day. It's about 40 degrees Fahrenheit. But I want to make sure, no matter what you're doing today, that you have choice. You get to choose how you go into a group of people, whether it's your family or neighbors. Sometimes neighbors will pop in and say hi. The more choice we have in how we engage with others, the lower anxiety is going to be. The lower our anxiety is, the easier it is to connect to people we care about. And that is so important because this time of year, we get to sit back, think about memories, create new memories. And I want to say that anxiety, although it feels real, it is actually a mechanism that we can control. And one of the best ways to control that is to choose how you enter society, a group of people, an upcoming activity where you had the freedom to come and go as you wish. So does anybody have any questions, or you want to just do a shout out, do a wave? Let me know how you're doing. But so I am going to do just a short video today. I'll be doing more videos. I'm going to do another one tomorrow. And I'm just going to talk about how we manage this anxiety that comes from a health condition, because it's not talked about enough. So many people don't know that there are very simple things that we can do to help mitigate it. And so I'm going to be doing that throughout the week. If there is anything that's current on your mind that you want to talk about, that you want to address, I would be interested to know about it. Because we're going to stop putting the lid on the monster, and instead we're going to learn how to navigate on our own terms, learn how to be either with a group of people and be able to be more present with them, or choose to be alone and be satisfied with that. A lot of times, the holidays that I was saying earlier is when there's a nice balance between having connection and communion with other people and then having that time that's free time that is also connected, but it's connective with activities that we do when we are alone. One of mine is painting, another one's reading. So we're going to go into a lot more of those kinds of tools. And I want to make sure, whether you choose to join or not, I want to make sure that you know that right after January, we're going to start the 90 Days to Resiliency. People can choose to be a part of that group. We're going to do 12 weeks where we learn how to manage anxiety. We learn how to manage things like schedules, other people, incoming stress, so that we can become better physically, better mentally, and so that you can feel like you're really on that road to recovery. The emotional side of Meniere's is the biggest component to whether or not we can heal, because that's where all of our decisions come from, is how we feel about ourselves, our self-confidence, how satisfied we are by who we're surrounded by. So If that's something that you are interested in, it's totally up to you. There's going to be a link at the bottom of the video. It's a link to my schedule. You can select a time that you and I can talk about what your life it looks like now, and how anxiety comes up, what it would look like for you if there was a lot less of it. So I am going to go. I'm kind of new to Facebook, so I'm not sure what some of the buttons here are going to do. So forgive me if I am not an expert on this yet. But it was nice to come up and say hi on this Christmas day. I'm going to go directly, I'm in the basement now, I'm going to go directly upstairs. I'm going to find the closest couch, and I'm going to grab the novel that I'm reading. But thank you for coming, and I hope that you have a very good day, and don't let anybody tell you how you're supposed to play it out today. It's your day. All right, so thank you. I'll be here tomorrow. Okay, have a good one.